YouTube, welcome back to my channel. This is Canadian Retro. I've got a very small pickups video for you here, just a couple items that I found today. It was pretty dry out there. There was a number of different games, but nothing that really, floated my boat, and I kind of left a few things behind, although they were semi-valuable, but I wasn't really looking to add them into my collection, so I just kind of left them behind. Not a big deal, leave them for somebody else to come and pick up. But the things I did find, I think are pretty decent, so I'll show you some of that right now. The first thing, because you guys know I'm a Skylander fanatic, is I picked up this really strange, like, door storage type thing, and you can put Skylanders in it. I'll probably not use this. I've seen one of these in action before, and it just looks pretty awful, actually, with your Skylanders hanging by their neck and these little things, but it's cool nonetheless, and for the price I couldn't turn it down. This thing usually retails for around 20 bucks, but I paid $4 for it, so I thought it was a pretty good deal. So that's just something I thought I would grab. I don't know if I'm going to keep that for my collection. I might just try to sell it locally and recoup a little bit of cash from today's bonanza, which is not very much of a bonanza. So here we go. This is what I'll start with. I went into a Goodwill, there was nothing there, and I walked up to the counter, and as I was doing so, one of the employees was bringing this item back, which I was immediately interested in, so I decided to grab it, and she had in her hand both this and some games here. So on the first thing that I asked her for actually was the games, but she handed them to me. And if you can see on there, it says $15 for a game, and I thought that's really strange. So I asked her about it, and I said, what's with the $15 price tag on these? Usually you price these for like $4 kind of thing. And she said, let me look into it. And she went to the back and she said, no, it's 15 bucks for the whole thing, which I was like, that's awesome, because it would have been the system and the game. So I said, yeah, you know what, I'll take it. And that sounds good to me, kind of thing, and wonderful. You can just set it aside and I'll be back for it, because I just wanted to check the electronics section and then, come back and pay, kind of thing. And then staying in the electronics section, she comes back up to me and she's like, oh, I spoke to the manager, I actually tracked him down, and he said that it's 15 for the games and 15 for the system, so it ended up being 30 bucks for all this stuff. But that's the way it goes sometimes. I kind of wish I really had to just paid for it straight out when she told me 15 for everything. I probably should have, but I'll get into it. The first thing here is I'll show you the system. It looked really clean, that's why I ended up picking it up. It's a Model 1 with 2 controllers, so there's the first one there, and the second one. They're in pretty decent shape. I mean, obviously I have to clean these things up, but pretty good shape all around. The next thing here is it also has a power supply, which I haven't tested yet. It's got a little bit of some kind of crud on it, but it's kind of hard when you find these systems. Every once in a while you don't actually find the accompanying wires and stuff like that to go with it. Unfortunately, it did not come with the AV cable, which kind of isn't really great, but for 15 bucks I ended up picking up the system. I'll be able to sell that off basically, and it looks pretty clean. It just needs obviously a wipe down, but it looks like it's in pretty decent shape, so pretty good find I think there for 15 bucks. The games are nothing really stellar. I have all these titles already, but these are upgrades, and I'll show you what I mean in a second. The first one here is not an upgrade, but I asked them if they would split up the games, sell them individually, and they said no. So I had to buy the whole bag for 15 bucks, which basically just makes every game 5 bucks each. The first one here is Sonic the Hedgehog, and not even good enough to, it's got label wear there, so this is basically probably not even worth anything. But, there it is right there. That was one of the $5 games. Now these two, I love these games. I have them both in my collection already, but these ones are absolutely beautiful compared to the ones that I already have. So I'll show you this. The first one here is Desert Strike, and this is one of the favorite games I had in the past. Like, I haven't played every single Genesis game or anything like that, but when I was, you know, into it kind of thing, this was one of the games that I was always going to. And it has the manual, it has like a poster in there, like with an advertisement, it has like the warranty card, it has everything in there. Like, it's just, you know, everything's in here. This is as complete really as this gets without having you know, only thing missing I think is a hang tab off of this one. And then the cartridge itself only has maybe a small ding right there, but I think the one that I have is not as good a shape as this one, so this will be a upgrade for me for sure, at least as far as the manuals go. I know that, and the outside of this is just like basically brand new. That's why I went for it. And then also I picked up Jungle Strike, which was also in the bag. Again, you can see that $15 on there. It was really $5 for this one. And again, the cartridge is like pretty much as mint as it gets. It doesn't get much better than that. And again, the contents of the box are just, it's just fabulous. Like, there's this, then you've got a poster with Mutant League Football on it, GamePro ad, there's, you know, what is this, some sort of hotline thing. Like, honestly, it doesn't get much more complete than this. So really wicked right there. Again, just a matter of cleaning everything up, and everything is like really crisp, barely touched. So really amazing find, I think, right there. Just because I do really like both of these games. Now the only one I'm missing from the ones on the Genesis is Urban Strike. I'm really looking forward to finding that one of these days. I know it's probably not like super valuable or anything, but I just really love those games. That's everything though. It wasn't really that lucrative of a day or anything like that, but I thought I'd show these things just because over time, if you stockpile things to make a pickup video, you end up having an epically long pickup video, and I don't really want to have like a 30-minute video. So thanks again for watching. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do feel free to thumbs up this video, comment down below, and I will see you all later.